is making money, losing money. What is going on, YouTube? We are just getting started with a little Amazon FBA Q&A. We got the TikTok live here. Is this all private label or do any other business models? In terms of Amazon, it's all private label. I do other businesses, but the only business that I do on Amazon is private label. In my opinion, the best business model on Amazon, the most evergreen business model on Amazon. I meant I have 0% profit. You mean you have 0% sales? So what's your profit margin is what I want to know. Comb. I'll just call you King. I think that's easier. Your profit margin percentage is going to be very important. If you didn't calculate that prior to launching, you should understand that right now. I don't do wholesale, Mr. X. I do private label, the best business model on Amazon. What's the max number of offers you'd consider when researching a product? I do not look at that. I don't look at the number of sellers in the market. I look at the average reviews in the market because that's going to show me how established the competition is. Every single product that you find on almost every single product you find on Amazon is going to have the same amount of products on page one. There's actually two different types of page ones. There's the ones with 48 organic listings, and then there's some with 16 organic listings. For the more products have the 48 organic. So there's going to be the same amount of products on page one for almost every single market that I look at. So I'm not necessarily looking at the competition. I don't even care about how many competitors always, because my goal is to get to page one. So whether there's 200 competitors, 300 competitors, 100 competitors, I want to be on page one. So I'm looking at the market on page one because obviously I'm assuming that I'm going to get there, and I'm looking at the potential there. If there's super high average reviewed listings in there and there's no low reviewed sellers on page one, then that's probably going to be an indicator that the competition is very established and that me as a low reviewed seller is not going to make it onto page one. What are your margins on this account? 40%. On average across accounts, 35%. I do wholesale. Are you aware if it's possible to run PPC ads for wholesale listings? I know you can. I've actually heard of some like arbitrage and wholesale sellers who do this. I don't fully understand why. Because I don't know. I'd actually have to talk I wish the homie who was in here earlier, we could chat about it, but I should have asked him that. But I don't understand it when you not want the one fully winning the buy box. So on any given moment, if you lose the buy box and you're running ads towards that listing, you're essentially running ads for somebody else. So yeah, I think that's a bit interesting. Also, completely defeats the purpose of wholesale. You have the lowest margins. And then it's like the big selling point of that business model. Oh, you don't have to run ads, and then running ad. I don't know. I think it's interesting. Do I go too hard against wholesale and arbitrage? Should I take it a step back with that? Chosen, thank you so much for the follow. What kind of business are you into? It's my first time in your live. What's up, King? Welcome, brother. I do Amazon FBA private label. I obviously have the mentorship program as well. I have my own shipping company. I have my own listing creation service, and then I have a few other smaller businesses. Why do you have multiple accounts? Different partners, different businesses. If you guys are just starting and even if you're just doing multiple categories, you don't need multiple accounts. And I'm talking about Amazon. Any other account you guys see of me on TikTok is a fake account. This is my only TikTok account. And if you guys could report any other fake account that you see of me on TikTok, that would be much appreciated, because those people try to take advantage of all of you, and I don't like that. And when I report them to TikTok, TikTok says that there's nothing wrong. You absolutely can run. You do RA and wholesale, right? It kickstarts a new listing when you're the only seller before others find it. Okay, if you're the only seller, I can totally understand that. If you're competing on the buy box with other people, I don't get that. Or maybe they're not doing that. Do you think it makes sense to buy 60 pieces of an item wholesale as a beginner? Yeah, I think that could work. I don't think you want to start with super big quantity. It's like a catch-22 because wholesale is all about pricing. Obviously, the more units you buy, the better pricing that you're going to get. But then at the same time, like if you don't know that you're going to sell through that inventory and that just sitting there, what category should I sell with in 2025 with 2K? Well, I would recommend saving up another 1K. That would be my first recommendation because I have breakdowns of like how much it costs to sell on Amazon. You could potentially get away with 1K, but you have to think like you get away with 2K for just your cost of goods and shipping. But then you have your images, you have your samples, and you don't want to cut any corners. You have your inspection. You don't want to cut those corners because those are going to be key factors into you actually selling the product. Just because you list the product on Amazon, do the bare minimum, doesn't entitle you to success. So that's why I say like 3K, 3,500, I would want that to be my minimum. But that's again for my cost of goods, my shipping, my images, if I wanted to get my listing, copywriting done. Can you start with 3,500 and how much do you need for product and ads? Bro, that's like the perfect number to start with, in my opinion. Perfect minimum. Do you have an LLC? I do. I have corporations. How can I join your course? In my TikTok bio, you guys can apply for the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship program. Sorry if this is the first time you're just joining the live and hearing me talk about the program. We've been giving a lot of free value. I just answer it when people ask. If you get permission from a brand to sell on Amazon, do you have to use their barcode on Amazon? Yes, their Amazon barcode. Because if you're doing FBA, all products in FBA are going to be associated with the FNSKU barcode. It's how Amazon checks in your inventory and knows what listing is associated with the products that you're sending in. If I have 10K capital to start, is it worth starting? And what do you recommend for getting started? It's worth starting if this is something that interests you, bro, right? So like, and something that you feel like you can see through all the way to the end. I've been really wanting to emphasize this, and I actually think that this hurts my engagement, hurts, like I'm not trying to sell anybody the business model of Amazon FBA. I'm here to teach people and answer questions about those who want to sell. So like, I'm never going to be like, no, bro, you got to start 10K. That's perfect. You got to start Amazon. But it's like, are you interested in Amazon? Because there's going to be a lot to this. It's not as simple as I'm going to list a product, I'm going to launch it on Amazon, and I'm going to see the numbers that I see online from everybody else, whether it's Luke posting about his students, other people posting about their students, or seeing other people's success. You have to stick to the fundamentals. You have to launch a great product. You have to create a great listing. So in terms of capital, you're good. Now it comes down to, do you want to start this business model, and are you going to be resilient and give it your all while also sticking to the fundamentals? So you said, the next question is, what do you recommend for getting started? I actually just today posted a video of like the basic steps of how to start. I have a few videos on that. Follow those step by step. Step 1, create an Amazon seller account. Step 2, get a product research software, find a product to sell, but stick to the fundamentals, right? And what do I mean by stick to the fundamentals? I say that a lot. It means stick to the things that work, right? It's like, it's almost the same as launching a product on Amazon. If you see, I wouldn't launch this product. This might not be the best example, but hopefully you follow along. If you see that you want to sell a shaker cup, guys, also, I'm going to get to everyone's question. No need to spam. But if you see somebody selling a shaker cup and there's 10 of the top listings and they all sell a 20-ounce water bottle or 20-ounce shaker cup, and then you come in and you're like, I think I should launch a 5-ounce shaker cup. You're kind of going complete opposite to what's clearly working well. And so fundamentals on the selling side, it's like if there's product criteria that works really well, if there's certain strategies that's clearly working for people, and you want to have a pretty good sample size with this. You don't necessarily just want to see it work out for one person. Those are the fundamentals that you stick with. Good product criteria, good differentiation strategy, good listing creation, good PPC ads. That's what sells a product. It's not going to be this like one little gem that you hear from somebody and that's going to be the difference between you making $0 and $1 million. It's all of the things combined or simultaneously working together. Okay, but how much goes towards ads, and will I buy more products after to keep inventory? Well, yes, if you sell out, you have to buy more inventory. Number one. Number two, this is something that a lot of people miss with ads. If I have a product that has a 30% profit margin and I launch PPC ads on Amazon, let's say I spend $1,000 and I break even, which means I spent 30% on ads. I didn't lose money. I didn't make money. That $1,000 does not come out of my pocket because my profit margins and the product sales, the sales that I'm getting, support that ad spend. The only time ads actually cost you money out of your pocket is if you're losing money on ads, which means you're doing something wrong or you need to pivot your strategy quickly. But if you are even breaking even or even 1% profitable on ads, that's coming out of your margins. Can I start with 5K? Yes. Is 1,500 enough to start OA? Yes. If I deleted my healthy account, can I make another one? Why would you delete an account? Technically, if the account is fully deleted and wiped, like it doesn't exist on Amazon's system anymore, then yes, you can create a new account. Because it's against Amazon's terms of service to have 2 accounts. But if you deleted one, then you're good. How do you do winning product research? Do you have any tools? I have lots of videos on how to do product research, bro. On my TikTok page, if you guys go to like the 0 to 1 mil series on my profile, you'll be able to see a couple product research videos there. And then you'll also be able to find them on my YT channel. Just this week, I posted a video on how to do product research. I tried PPC ads, but it was costing me too much more than I was selling. That's because your conversion wasn't there, Dina. So I'm not next to the whiteboard. We're live on YT. Let me see if I can show this. Hold on. I think this is important to show. So I'm going to pull up a tab really quick and just show everybody this. It's when you break down PPC in a certain way, I think that it makes it a little easier to understand what's going on. I think we see all these numbers, we see our ad spend and all of this, and we put the keywords there and we're like, but I have the keywords in my campaigns. What else can I do? I'm just losing money. So my product is destined to lose money, but that's not necessarily how it works. Also, Dina, before I break this down, how many reviews do you have for your product? This is the famous first question that I'll always ask. My mentorship students know it. How many reviews do you have for your product? 36. Okay, that's more than most people will say. So that's great. Let me see. I'm gonna break this down still. Let's get to these questions. What's a good search volume? At least like 2K. My boy Luke, not sure if you remember me. Last we spoke about ads plus reviews last live. Took your advice. Turns off ads. Turn off ads once. 10 reviews minimum. I'm at 7 so far. Got a question. What's your question, bro? How do I get winning products? Do you have any tools? Like I said, bro, I have videos on YouTube and TikTok how to do product research. I don't love when I answer a question and then people re-ask the question and I give like the long, good answer. I probably won't repeat the long, good answer. When I find good products, the amount of competitors matter? No, the average reviews of those competitors matters significantly more. I'm doing something on a document to show everybody. YouTube, I'm going to share this with you guys in a second. I just don't want to make you all sit through me typing and looking at the screen. So ask any questions while I'm making this, and I'm going to break down something for PPC ads for everybody. All right. Issues. I feel like I'm completely wasting my honeymoon period by waiting for reviews. Bro, if I'm not mistaken, weren't you losing money when you were running ads with no reviews? So what do you mean wait? And please correct me if I'm wrong, but if that is the case, then what do you mean wasting the honeymoon period? You were wasting the honeymoon period if you were losing money on ads before you were converting. So it's like, do you want to, and this is like, again, going back to like what the fundamentals that actually matter. Do you want to because of this honeymoon phase that everybody talks about, oh, it's going to give you this boost in rank, boom, boom, boom. Do you want to just lose money through the whole honeymoon phase? Or do you want to set your product up in a position where you are going to run ads and potentially not lose money, break even, be profitable? You know what I mean? The amount of times I have not cared about the honeymoon phase and the amount of times that I have had successful product launches. Yeah, that's true. Just maybe thinking I'll lose a bit of during the phase and rank well. I think that a good product is going to rank well with good strategy, regardless. So I don't think that matters. So let's do. I like doing this on the whiteboard way more, but we're gonna rock with it here. Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, bro, don't stress it too much. What's a good price to be profitable from the start, including PPC? 30% margins before PPC on your very first order. It doesn't really matter the price as long as you're at 30% margins. It could be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. KK, thank you so much for the follow. Where did you learn proper ins and outs of PPC? I really want to learn the ins and outs. Bro, when I say that I sought out as much information as I could about Amazon PPC. I didn't even know you had to run PPC ads until a week into me launching my product, and my product was doing really well a week in, back in 2019. No need to spam, bro. I'm going to get to everyone's question. Spamming is how you get muted in the chat. But anyways, yeah, so I sought out as much information. Every YT video. Yeah, it was a lot of trial and error for sure, but I was profitable from the jump. So I wasn't losing money. It was trial and error, but it was also, brother Yusuf, I'm going to mute you if you ask the question again. Please just wait. I'm obviously talking and answering a question. Anyways, lost my train of thought there. So I went to conferences. I watched every YT video that I went to. And then like the thing that I noticed, especially about Amazon ads, is the most popular videos on YT are from the people who understand how to play the social media game the best. They're not necessarily from the people who understand how to run PPC ads the best. And so I ended up finding, every piece of information, and I sought out mentors for PPC ads, people who were better than me. I had my cousins who they taught me up to a certain point, but like full transparency, and this isn't a diss to them, God bless them. I've surpassed my cousins' knowledge, who were my mentors on PPC ads, by quite a bit, right? She taught me in the beginning, and now I put them up on game about things with PPC ads. I found people who ran ad agency. The two biggest people I learned from were two people who run ad agencies. One of them runs one of the biggest Amazon ad agencies in the world, I believe. They manage over $150 million in yearly ad spend at a average lower, about 10% tacos. So that's $1.5 billion in yearly sales that they manage. And they only manage the PPC side of the accounts. So I've learned from people like that. I've paid 50, and this is why I think it's funny how like people aren't necessarily like willing to pay for education, because they're like, how did you get so good? I paid for education. I'd go pay $1,500, $1,000, $2,000 just for a conference to listen to a 3-day conference to listen to one speaker for 1 hour for a PPC call. I mean, not a PPC call, a PPC lesson. The most famous one was the very first conference that I went to. Me, my cousins, and we spent $1,500 each on tickets to go to the Amazing Seller Conference to listen to one of the speakers talk. I literally went to listen to one person talk. I spent $1,500 to listen to one person talk for 1 hour. And it was one of the best $1,500 I had ever spent at that time, at least, because because they did the talk. In the talk, I'm taking notes like a madman, and I learned some really, really good gems that I was able to implement into my PPC strategies that helped me make more money. But then not only that, we did Q&A at the end. So I was able to get FaceTime with this person that, you know, I had learned so much from about PPC ads. And I was pretty selfish with her time. I asked, there was a whole group around her. I asked all the questions and then she had to bounce. And that one conversation was the difference. I think like I increased my business by like 50% after that conference, just from the things that I learned. And so, yeah, I truly do think that there, at least like, especially on like TikTok, I don't think that, like YouTube, it's a different game. There's some really good PPC strategists on there, but on TikTok, I do think that I am one of the best at PPC ads out there. I don't think that people really come close to the strategies. I pay someone now for ads. He's good, but I get a feeling he doesn't really want to teach. Bro, just, oh my gosh, what happened to the lighting? Just join the PPC Masterclass, bro. Don't even pay somebody to do your ads. Get the PPC Masterclass, and then you will be solid, I think. I don't make guarantees to the in my program because, you know, you can't make guarantees to somebody's success. But I do make this one pretty bold claim. If you join the AMZ Masterclass, if you have a product live on Amazon already, and you join the AMZ Masterclass just for the PPC Masterclass, and you implement all the things that I talk about in there, and don't see an improvement to your metrics, I'll refund you for the PPC Masterclass. Like, that's how confident I am. Sorry, I went on a rant. I forgot to do the thing that I was talking about. You know, we're going to do that right now. I'm still working on it. Equal 100%. Gosh. Okay. I'm an FBA. Thank you for not spamming, Yusuf, by the way. Sorry, brother. Sometimes I go on little rants, but I get to everyone's question. So he says, I'm an FBA seller. I can't get good products to sell. Jungle Scout Helium 10. I don't have the right analysis. Bro, look at my product research videos that I have. They're free. Just got to go look for them. And product research is a numbers game, brother. I have hundreds of products on my list that meet my criteria. And that's come with looking at thousands of products. So it's a numbers game. You don't need to look at thousands of products because you don't need hundreds of products. You need one. But just to put into perspective, when you're starting out selling, what are the margins for a first product? 30% before PPC. Eventually, I want to scale that to 30% after PPC. But that'll happen on your like second and third orders. And as you increase rank on your product, organic rank. Okay, I'm almost done here. Took me a while because I was talking. Okay. There we go. Let me show this. This was to what Dino was saying. Let me first share this on the YT Live. Can I even share this? Yes, I can. I don't even know who's in the YT chat, but can you guys see the screen? I just want to make sure that y'all can see it. I'm going to assume you can. So let's flip this around for you guys. Tiki-tock. Okay. All right. This is where most people get wrong with PPC ads. You think that just because you threw keywords in a campaign that, you know, oh, if my ads aren't profitable, I have the keywords in there, it's just I'm destined to just continue to lose money on ads. That's not the case. So we have two scenarios here. Both are the same amount of clicks. So 100 clicks, dollar cost per click, $20 selling price, $20 selling price. So literally nothing changes with our PPC ads. But in this scenario, we have a 5% conversion rate, which means for every 100 clicks, we get 5 sales, or for every 20 clicks, we get 1 sale. And that would mean for $100 in ad spend at a dollar cost per click and a $20 selling price, that our ACoS is 100%, meaning that we are almost certainly not profitable on our products, okay? Now, let's say that we took the same cost per click, the same product, but we improved our conversion rate, which conversion rate has nothing to do with ads. Well, somewhat, because your targeting does matter, but let's assume that you have the most on-point targeting, relevant keywords, good search volume. So let's pretend that targeting is not the issue. If that's the case, conversion rate has nothing to do with your ads. Nothing, 0% to do with your ads outside of the targeting, which we already discussed. Let's pretend that's not the issue. So now let's say we go from a 5% conversion to a 20% conversion. 100 clicks, dollar cost per click, 20 sales at a $20 selling price. With the same amount of clicks, we are now spending $100 to get $400 in sales, 25% ACoS, and we are likely profitable. So running ads and losing money is not your ad's fault. In fact, if you run ads and you get clicks, the ads did its job. That is the sole purpose. Like, yes, the purpose of ads is to get money, but when you really, really break it down to the nitty gritty, the sole purpose of an ad is to drive traffic to your listing. If you get a click, you get traffic to your listing. What sells the listing? Your images, your title, your bullet points, your description, A+ content, your video, if you have one, your reviews, and your price. Is it good to sell high ticket products? It could be. This is kind of a different game. Do you think it's hard to do it by myself or pay for a course? It would be up to you, brother. I know people who have, I think it's possible to do it yourself, but I think having like a true mentor can help you learn a lot of mistakes, avoid a lot of mistakes, and help fast track your education process. But I know people who have done both. I know people who are like, yeah, I started by myself, or I'll have students who are like, I don't think I could have done all of this by myself. I fall under the category of, if it wasn't for me having mentors, I probably wouldn't have been able to do that. What conference did you go to? I've been to a few, but the one I was referring to was called the Amazing Seller Conference, and that was in 2019. Taylor, thank you so much for the follow. Man, this is why I love your lives. In-depth answers. Appreciate you, brother. I have a product live right now with 2,000 sales a month, and I have buy box, but I'm seeing no sales. What do you mean? Oh, you're doing arbitrage. I was so confused for a second. I was like, what? How long have you had the buy box? I'm going to join it once this guy's contract runs out for sure. 100% hungry to learn. I love it. Looking forward to having you in the program, my guy. How do you check rank and organic rank? You can plug it into like tools like Helium 10 or Jungle Scout, and they'll tell you, or you can manually track it. Search a keyword, find where your product appears on the page. How much you made? 7 figures. Do you have your supplier shipped Amazon warehouse, or middleman do that? In most cases, it's my freight forwarder. So technically a middleman, a shipping company. Some people think they pay for a course, they're paying for mentorship information. If I understand this correctly, I think I agree. If we're on the same page here, I do think some people truly are just paying for a course, which it is what it is. Like, some people will pay for a Discord group, or what's that new one called, a school group or whatever. And then some people will pay just for a course, video guides, and get no mentorship. I really think the true value is when you have a true mentor. And I really think that that's invaluable. When you think that you're just paying for a course, but you're getting a true mentor, there's a very big disconnect there. How many products do you, this is 9 products, Han, on this account. Let's go, everybody. I hope everybody's having a blessed Saturday and had a great week. The only one who's going to make it a great week, my friends, is you. So I hope you guys made it a great one. Also, make sure that you guys are dropping your questions down below, because when the questions end, the live will end today as well. And make sure you guys go show some love to my last few videos. I've been posting some gem videos on the TikTok recently. We're going to take a little break from videos. I think we'll probably just be doing lives all next week. So stay tuned for that. But if we do not have any more questions, everybody, I appreciate y'all. I hope everybody has a blessed day, blessed weekend. This was the live for today. We will, how many product labels do you have on Amazon, including variations 40 plus? Can you sell wholesale by using generic? No, I don't believe so. I think it has to be under the brand name. You have to have approval to sell. Fun tonight. Thank you, brother. All right, everybody. I hope everyone has a blessed day. If you guys like the lives, like the videos, and want a more in-depth guide on how to sell on Amazon, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship Program in the TikTok or the YT bio. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Again, when the live ends, go click on my profile. Go show some love to my last few videos. God bless you all, and I will see you soon.